Hi everyone, and thanks again for tuning in to Pugs and Stilettos. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a die cut that I have been using to make traveler's journals by Caitlin Lizardi, and it's for the brand Sissix. It's a Big ZL. I have the Big Kick Sissix machine. This one in particular is a pocket traveler's notebook size. I'm pretty sure that if you are a subscriber, you have seen many of the journals that I have made in all the different other sizes and different type of media that I've been using. But this one in particular is a bit smaller, and if you see, I've done 3 samples here. And in this, I'm sorry for the glare, but in this particular die cut, this comes with a pocket and also a pen loop. I don't really use the pen loop because I like to laminate the cuts after they're done, but I do double up on the, see if you can see it, on the pocket. I believe I paid about $27 for this, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. This is one that I made as soon as I actually got it yesterday, and I really like the size. These are notebooks from the dollar store. They come in a 3-pack, and this is just a planner that I had picked up, weekly planner. But this one doesn't have a pocket in the front, but it does have a pocket in the back, and I laminated it, and you have a pocket here. So what I did for the other 2 that I decided to make, and like I said, these I just put in the journals. I haven't decorated, no shaker boards or embellishments other than this. So what I did, like for example, with this one, I did a die cut from Cottage Cuts, which I also just received these, and they're really, really cute. And I actually added a die cut here. And for these, I actually put 2 pockets in. And once you laminate them, you just use like an X-Acto really sharp knife, and you end up with 2 pockets. And this is the finished product, laminated. I also did this one with a white elastic with the bead that says Believe. This one has the Cup of Love from Cottage Cuts, and these you could pick them up at the Scrapping Cottage. So many really cute die cuts, really, really sweet. And this one has a more of like a collage-y type of feel to it. The measurements to these, they are like uni papers that are at least 6 by 6 in size. And I have to say that I was a little skeptical at first because you have to join 2 pieces together. And I really like it because it kind of gives you an opportunity to mix different types of prints, and the pockets are really, functional. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to continue now to make these step by step. I just wanted to show you the finished product first, and then hopefully at the very end I'll show you one with all the bells and whistles on it. So let's get started. So as I'm showing you here, I'm going to select the cardstock that I'd like to use. This is from the Planner Society. I just became a member of the Planner Society. It's actually my first box, and I'm really excited to use it to create this Passport Traveler's Notebook. So I'm going to select the pieces that I'd like, maybe some of the die cuts to embellish, and I'll show you what to do next. This is the pattern that I decided to pick from the Planner Society kit that I received. This is the one side of the cardstock. This is the other side. These sheets are 8.5 by 11, and I figured that I would try out, maybe we'll see how these fit into the design. So I just wanted to show you that I used my We Are Memory Keepers trim and scoreboard, and what I ended up doing was cutting these down to 5.5 each, because this way it actually fits perfectly, and I can get, because I'm going to do these 2 at a time on the die cut, and I can actually get the covers and the 2 pockets at one shot. So what you're going to do is you're going to sandwich your paper between the 2 cutting mats, and you're gonna run it through your machine. I pretty much allow it to kind of tell me which way we have to go, so don't be afraid. You're gonna hear a lot of weird cranking. That's the way it's supposed to go. And when you remove this, you'll have all of your cuts. See, and this is actually the paper, the pen loop. See how, I'm sorry, I'm too close. This is the pen loop, which I'm not using. I'm gonna see how I incorporate it. Not sure if I want to use it. So I'm still gonna put it to the side here, but I ended up with two. Here's one, and here's the second because I doubled up the paper. And then I ended up with two pockets, which if I would like, I can also turn them around and do like the contrast on the inside. Okay, now that we have the die cuts, if you look very closely here, you're gonna have these three little holes here, one in the middle and three at the bottom. So you want to select, and you have to line these up, like what's gonna be your front, what's gonna be your back. If you have specific patterns that you would like to be the front, you really have to think about that prior to using the die cut. So I mean, so if I wanted to, I could do this, but I really like this as the outside. So what since I wanna laminate this, let me turn on my laminator. Since I wanna laminate this, you wanna be sure that you are going to line up the holes correctly. So I actually use a little bit of tape on the edges, especially here where the holes are, so when it's laminated, this doesn't pucker and try to open once you cut. And then this is the perfect time to add any embellishments that you'd like. So if I wanted to use a little girl or whatever here, and then on the inside, I'm gonna decide whether I'll probably do it like this. And then you put it through the laminator. You'll end up cutting around the sides here, and then you'll be putting your elastic. So I'm going to tape these up first. So it's kind of hard to do this because I'm doing this up in the air. And there you have it. Perfect. Okay. So I just wanted to quickly show you. So I decided to put the embellishment of the young lady with the basket on the front. And so I'm going to place this inside the sheet. And I actually don't like to go all the way to the edge so that we can get a good seal. Then I pick my pockets and I place them, you know, where I'd like them to go. So what we're going to do first is punch out the holes. Now I have two of them because I have to get to this middle hole, and this makes it much easier so that we can get this machine out of the way. It's set to 1/8 of an inch, so I use that to do the middle one. I could actually just do all of them like this. It actually makes it a little easier. So now you're going to grab the X-Acto knife and you're going to open up the pockets. You want to do this on both sides. Try to do this as slowly and carefully as possible, and you don't want to put a lot of pressure and end up cutting through the actual Traveler's Journal cover. So please just put a little bit of pressure, not too much. Now that the pockets have been opened, it's time to add the elastic cords. I'm using a white elastic cord for this journal. You just want to make sure that you measure out the appropriate length. And if you'd like to see another video where I share how to do this, I'll be sure to link it above so that you can watch how to string the ribbon or the elastic through the Traveler's Journal. When you're adding the elastic for the closure of the journal, this is where you want to take the opportunity to add any particular beads. And you want to just give it a little test run to make sure before you tighten the knot that it's loose enough or tight enough. These little Traveler's notebooks I actually picked up from the dollar store. They come in a pack of 3 for $1. it's a great buy, and they fit perfectly in these little pocket traveler's notebooks. So as you can see, we have the two functioning pockets here, front and the back. Like I said, this paper is from the Planner Society. The die cut is from the Sizzix, and I really enjoyed making this for you. I hope you enjoy this. Please be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in to Pugs and Stilettos. Be well.